Hey up YouTube and 7 Day Survivors, welcome back to another episode of 7 Days to Die, but this time it is version 2. Yes, that's correct. It has dropped. Version 2 is finally here with all the brand new updates and changes. So what do we know? Well, we know there are 2 new zombies. We know there are storms because that is the title of the update, of course. We know there are changes to the way you access the biomes, whether that be via the badges or whether that be via the smoothies, both of which I will show you in a minute. There are also some skills changes as well. They will allow us to progress in a different way, I feel. So, first up, I've got to show you the new icons as well. Let me put that one. Let me put that one up there. So, the new icons that we've got, the food and water have had a bit of an overhaul. This is the water. The animations have changed slightly as well. Not so much with the drinking, but with the eating. And now we have individual, rather than that beigey grey block thing that we all ate. Now we have individual food with can opening, and what I like to think is of licking the can rather than eating it. I'll show you. I'll give you an example. There we go, the can, and now we lick it until the contents are no longer there. I think we eat the can as well. We would have been better off recycling it, but of course we can't have everything. We are in the apocalypse, of course. What I have done with this one is I've just done the basics. So if we have a look at the challenges, you've got the basics of survival. The first 2 tabs are the same. So you will recognize those. You'll be able to progress through those as you would normally do. Normally, you know, basics of survival, then you'll rattle off the homestead and the advanced, etc. The crafting takes a little bit longer, as does the traders and the harvesting. Tab 2 is exactly the same as well. We've been running around getting a bit of goldenrod and chrysanthemum so we can sell to the trader. This, tab 3, the biome tab. This one is part of the new update. So as you'll notice, we've got burnt, desert, snow and wastelands. These are to obtain badges. Badges give permanent access to a biome. The smoothies, which I will show you here, the smoothies give a temporary access to allow us to get in and get out to perform the duties required so we can get a permanent badge. Pretty good idea, right? So let's go back to the challenges. So what do we need for the burnt? Now, this is very early on. We've literally just spawned in. So we're not going to need to do this right yet because we're going to, unless we accidentally bump into the burnt forest, we're going to need to do the 10 challenges, get Jen, and that way we know where it is for sure, rather than running around like idiots. We do that anyway, without having to look for these new ones. When you enter the biome, by the way, you do start to get damage. There are timers that allow you a certain amount of time. So I think it's 2 minutes if you, or 2 minutes 30 if you go into the burnt. I think it's 2 minutes in the desert, a minute and a half in the snow, and a minute in wastelands. Something along those lines. That gives you that allotted amount of time without taking any smoothies, without having the badge, to run around and have a look. After that point, you will take the damage, and that's without the storms. Of course, you've got the storms to contend with as well. And these badges do not do anything. There is nothing other than cover and shelter that stop the storms. So these are purely for access. So the very first one is the burnt. What do we have to do? We have to wear some non-primitive armor. Well, that's easy enough. We can find some, or if you're lucky enough to get the bench, we can craft it dead quick. Harvesting mushrooms, we've got to craft a burnt smoothie, harvest nitrate powder, kill burnt zombies, loot any container, and survive in the burnt forest for 15 minutes. So we have to make the burnt smoothie anyway, so that would be that one done. Hopefully we'll have found some form of armor prior to getting the workbench. That will be ticked off as well. The rest of these, the mushrooms, the nitrate, the kill zombies, and loot containers, all have to be done in the burnt forest. So it doesn't matter if you pick up mushrooms in the pine forest. It doesn't even matter if you pick it up in the wastelands. They have to be done in the burnt forest. So making the smoothie gives you extra time to be in there, and that hopefully will be enough to allow us to get the 15 minutes and do all of these challenges as well. That way we can go to Jen or we can go to any of the traders, wrecked, it's up to you, to obtain the permanent badge. That's basically how they work. Updates to the skills. We have some new ones. The first 2 pages, the first page doesn't have any changes, except the mastery ones. So they've put a mastery for each skill as well now. They can update. I'll let you go through them all and have a look. Grand Slam is new. Junk Miner is new as well. That's basically getting more, a bit like Motherload really, but for stuff other than ores. What else is new in this one? Siphoning Strikes is new. Gunslinger Whirlwind. Hard Target is new. Hard Target. There's the mastery again on this one. And of course we've got a brand new tab, the general perks. So this is where you'd find the ones we've seen before, but they've moved them to a separate tab. So your light armor, your medium and your heavy, you've got your master chef, you're living off the land, and your lock picking. Some of these are already done, obviously, because we get the 4 points from doing those basics of survival. So what I'm going to do is progress. We'll keep updating you as we go along. This will be an edited video, obviously, rather than the tier 60s that we've done recently, which aren't edited. Probably, if you're watching this for the first time, I do have a getting started guide which will show you the basics of what we're about to cover. This one is primarily about obtaining the badges, namely the burnt biome badge, and seeing how we progress from there. Okay, well, I'm going to loot and we'll check back in later on. Okay, so we've crafted our, well, we haven't crafted, we took over this garage in the Crow residence. It's only a tier 1, so nice and easy to do. We've done the first 10 quests for wrecked as well, the tier 1s, and now we have the opening trade routes, which of course is Jen, for those of you who haven't played it before. Jen is our first trader, apart from wrecked, obviously. That we get directed to. So she's in the burnt forest. So this is all to do with the new biomes. So we look at the biomes tab, and within there we've got to harvest mushrooms. We have to craft ourselves a burnt smoothie. Now we can do that outside. I'll do that in a minute. We've got to harvest some nitrate. Unfortunately, we only have the axe, which is a little bit of a nightmare. I will check to make sure that we haven't got an iron pickaxe. We've got to kill ourselves some burnt zombies. We have to loot any container, and we have to be in there for the next 15 minutes. Now, I did put a workbench down. I'm just going to check to make sure we haven't... No, we don't have ourselves an iron pickaxe, unfortunately. Right, I'll take those so we're loaded up. So the burnt smoothie, or any of the smoothies, are crafted in your own inventory. So we need coal, plant fibers, mushrooms, and water. Let's have a look. Land those, and we've got ourselves some coal as well. So burnt smoothies, I recommend doing probably 2 or 3. You probably, to be honest, you probably won't need more than that, because you can nip in and out of the biome and reset the timer. However, it depends on whereabouts the nitrate is. It depends on how long you want to mine without coming out again. All those sorts of things. We've got to find the burnt zombies as well. I've been quite fortunate. Normally with the trader, you get the option of the bike, but we actually already have the mini bike. We've been fortunate getting those vehicle books. So don't forget as well, if you want to speed up those vehicle books, if you grab, where is it now? Where is it? Grease Monkey. Stick a point in Grease Monkey. The chances are of finding the books is increased. And that's the vehicles books, by the way. Advanced Engineering, or I believe Lockpicking. I don't know that one. But I do use Advanced Engineering to find the workbenches as well. I think we've got plenty of fuel. We have. We'll make our way to the burnt forest while the smoothies are crafting. Right, so here we are on the edge of the burnt forest. You can just about see it. I actually just wandered in there by mistake. But you will get the badge to say that we've got the burnt smoothie. And we've entered the burnt forest. Now you'll see on the bottom left hand side, we start coughing and the timer has started. So we got 3 minutes now before we start taking damage. So what we're looking for, ideally, is some nitrate, some mushrooms, which are usually lying on the floor. I found them a lot around POIs, actually. There's a whole load of POIs there, so fingers crossed. Now, loot any container as well, so everything classes as a container. If you have to E on it, got some mushrooms as well. Yeah, if you have to press E on it, it classes as a container, including the bird's nests as well. He chokes and whines a lot in this bit. You do have, if you're not comfortable, then you do have the smoothies that you can take. We have done the 3. I'm just going to go and have a quick mooch around. There's some more, some more there as well. Harvest mushrooms is complete. That's bob on. So, she is not burnt. So we're going to leave her alone. We are limited to time. We're looking for nitrate as well. I was going to the car for some reason. We're looking for nitrate as well. He is burnt. So we're going to go and take this dude out. Now they do have the new variants. The charged, which is orange. They've got a bit more HP. And do more block damage, whereas the blue ones are really, really fast and do more player damage as well. Ooh, this is a nice POI. It's probably got some stuff we can loot in here as well. It has. Loot any container is complete. So that's a winner. We might as well just do that as well. So we've got 52 seconds left. Now, what we can do here, what have I done with the bike? There it is. What we can do here is we can make our way out, or we can take one of our smoothies, which of course, weirdly, you can't do that when you're on the bike. So there's Jen. So we found Jen. We need to find the nitrate though. We do need to find the nitrate. I have also checked and confirmed that you can't hide in gens to get rid of the smoke effects. Oh, there's some nitrate. Perfect. So, number 1 is taken. This takes our time up to 5 minutes. So, it counts down from 5, obviously. But at 3 minutes, it goes back to coughing and choking. You don't take the damage, but that's what happens. Nitrate, we need 500 of this. So it's going to take a little while. We've done those. 500 nitrate. We've got 60. I'll be back in a moment. Finally, harvest nitrate is complete. So we just need to do that. Right, okay, Trader Jen, it's 21:42 and she's about to close. So what we're going to do is we're going to head on in this direction and see if we can find the burnt zombies. Oh, there's another one there. Okay, I can't remember how many we need. Is it 10 or 5? 5. So we're on 3. That's not burnt.
Have a good night, and don't let the...
Oh, another 2 here. One of those is burnt. Yeah, perfect. Now, obviously, you can do it a bit quicker. There we go. So we have now completed that. We still have another 7.5 minutes to get in the burnt forest. So once we've got our final bit, which is the time spent in here, we can go to any trader. So effectively, I mean, if you wanted, if you had enough smoothies, you could hang about in here for a little bit. do a quick loot. I'm sure many of you that have played before are used to going into the other biomes quite quickly. Better loot, etc, etc. A lot of people like to actually build in some of them quite quickly. I am not one of those people. I will go into the biomes, or I did used to go straight into the biomes, but I'm not a builder. I don't do the building in this. I completely forgot we can actually track this as well. So we now have the timing being tracked on that side. 5 minutes left. So I've come back to the pine forest because of the nighttime. There's a flaming burnt zombie up there. Because it's nighttime and the traders are closed, we've come back into the pine. You'll notice the timer is now green on the left-hand side going up. It's just actually disappeared. What that is the burnt timer resetting again. So if we actually walk back into the burnt, we'll have another 3 minutes. That's going to be enough to get us to Gen. With the badges, you don't have to go to the trader in that biome. You can go to any of the traders. So if you wanted to head back home or whatever, then you can just go back home and go to Wrecked, for instance, or if you happen to pass Joel, it doesn't matter. You can get the badge wherever you want. It's normally easier just to pop to the local trader. Normally, that's how I've been doing the badges, getting the trader and then going in there, doing the requirements and going to that trader anyway. You've got to open it up. So I kind of thought, well, maybe.
A few moments later.
So for the last few seconds, you can always come into Gens and do the usual looting, all the books. Fingers crossed we'll end up with... We've got the workbench, so we're not in any mad rush for the others. We've got 1 minute and 22. We have completed the timer, though. So timer is now done. I'll pick these up and then we'll go and get our badge. Nothing. Give me the fuel. Just got the bellows, which is nice. Don't want the stand. And we'll take the cloth as well. Okay, before you go in there... excuse me. Before you go in there, obviously, we're going to need to acknowledge the challenge. Just do this one. Ooh. And this one as well. Oh, nothing in that one. So, go into the challenges page. This will be the last one to do. Completely done now. That's all the challenges done.
I knew you
Speak
had
to
it.
whichever trader it is. We're going to be in trouble here. That one complete. And then we get the biome badge. Good job, Survivor. You've completed the Burnt Forest Challenge group. Biome 1 permanently removes the negative effects of smoke inhalation in the burnt forest. Does not protect against the storms. None of these do. None of these do. Okay, there we go. Now we are safe. I'll just pick up the rads again. Perfect. That is how to get the biome badges. You can double check it's gone in. There it is. It gives the details of that in there. Thank you very much for watching. The other biomes are exactly the same. You just have to get to those. So the desert survival first one is always done because it's the burnt forest. So you have to do these in order. Desert next is aloe. We've got to craft the smoothie. We have to look for oil shale, which is a bit of a bonus as well because you can make the fuel when you get the chemistry station. This one we have to kill the plague spitter zombies. Now the plague spitters are new and very annoying, so yeah, good luck with those. Loot any container. This time it's 10, not 5. I think that was 5, wasn't it? Yeah. And then we need to be in there for 20 minutes, so it's a bit rinse and repeat. Desert, snow and wastelands. Enjoy your 2.0 playthrough. Take it easy. Thank you very much for watching. If you have liked it or it's been helpful, please can you drop us a like and maybe a subscription? That'll be perfect. Appreciate it. Have a good rest of your time zone. Take it easy. Goodbye.